So today we're happy and we're exploring that is the things that every key buyer should know before making an offer. So we have invited that as real principal agent and real estate specialist, that is Uripi Kahorongo, and she's in studio here with us this morning. A very good morning, ma'am. How are you doing?
Good morning, and good morning to Good Morning Namibia.
We're happy to have you here. I think, Denver and I were earlier talking about this and how serious, it is, and a lot of factors we don't consider when we actually buy property. So I'm so happy that as an expert you are here with us, So let's start. Maybe you can tell us how important it is for a buyer of a house, to make sure we don't consider this actually, but a property's history, that matters. Why is it that we should consider this before buying a house? And what are some of the red flags that we should look out for?
Thank you. I would say it's very, very important to consider the property history. Most of the buyers overlook the fact that the property, for example, the age of the property could come with also structural defects. Another thing that mostly overlook is also consider the location, whether there is any nearby servitude. If there is an open area, for example, maybe it's a highway. So it's up to you to go and do a research. And this information is very accessible at our deeds offices. And the other most important thing that you must also consider is also whether there was any any climatical sort of floods in the area and the likes. It's very important to consider as well.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you. So all in all, we have to go the extra mile as well. It's not just at face value that we have to when we buy property. Now, also, Madam Kahorongo, what typically indicates when a home has been sitting, on the market for a very long time or for an extended period? What does this mean?
Yeah,
for us?
No, that's quite a very crucial aspect that you have touched. Mm-hmm. When a property is set for a long period of time, it's one good indicator is it's either overpriced or it sits with some defects, underlying issues. And it could also be that the property, where it is located, it's either in an area that are crime-related or it has some other ecological factors that you must also consider.
Interesting. Now, this is also where I need some context here this morning. How would you explain to the Namibian viewers this morning how a comparative market analysis works and why this particular analysis is important for home buyers? Yeah.
Okay, to explain what is comparable analysis to home buyers, it's very important that you take that into account, because it gives you a fair indication of the price of the properties in the same street or in the area, how much they are going for. And the reason for you doing that homework, it gives you the latitude to be able to negotiate the price as well. And you will find this typically in the valuations. Like if you go to Property 24, you can buy a valuation report in South Africa. But I think that trend will come very soon also in Namibia.
Okay, we're looking forward to that. Now, what kind of impact, can future developments in an area have on property, let's say a mall, and what does that say about the living experience?
Yeah, no, I think that is, we should look from both perspectives. It can have an adverse as well as a positive. Let me start with the positive.
Yes, let's start there. Thank you.
Yeah, no. When the area is developing, it's a good sign that prices might also improve. So you buy with that in mind that my property is going to increase in value. So it's a good thing. But if you look at the adverse side, those type of development also bring other sort of noise, like a highway or a mall can also bring a lot of other things, such as, for example, if you look at the noise pollution, I can just imagine, if I can give you a typical example, is the highway to the airport. Passed through one of our high-esteemed neighborhood, Ours Blake. And that street, it's hard to sell right now. But once the development is done, it also brings a peace of mind. They can fence it off with trees so that they reduce the noise pollution. So it's not always that we need to look at the negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're giving a lot of context here this morning. Now, why is it also critical, Madam, to clarify what is included when we're busy with a house sale, what is included, and at the same time, so, we can misunderstand, so we can avoid misunderstandings, because I think more than often we're so quick to sign and we're so quick to just action, but there's a reason that we should be reading, the fine print, but why is it important for, I think, somebody that's selling the house in this case to divulge as much and clarify as much as possible? Okay,
no, it's also very important that you use knowledgeable agents that has been around, because as myself as an agent, when I'm selling a property, I have a duty to disclose.
Yeah.
So ask your agent, because some of these things you would not necessarily hear from the seller, but the agent, we have a duty to disclose. So it's very important that you're not just signing any contract without reading, because some properties comes with a management. So it means there is a lease undertaking for whatever period. So it's very important that you read the fine print. And normally, when you buy a property as food steward, normally lease hier gaan voort. So that's one concept that, so read the fine print. And don't forget also to look at the history of the property. Maybe there is ongoing disputes. You can always find that out. Legal issues can also bring other legal complications. And what you need to be also worried is that you are not just buying the property at that face value. Consider other costs, such as rates and taxes.
Yep.
Make sure that you also tune in to know that property also need to be maintained. So maintenance come. Yeah. So there is a lot of other things that you need to consider before. It's not just the installment you are paying. You must also ensure that you have an insurance to cover in the event of eventualities. So insurance, the body corporate, if you are in a estate, or homeowners association, or with City of Windhoek. So it's very important.
Thank you, Madam Uripi Kahorongo Kauta. I think, you clarified a lot of issues, but at the same time made me very anxious. But we really, really appreciate you being here this morning. Thank you. So, Namibia, there you have it. When it comes to buying your house, there's a lot of things to consider, as we've heard here from, that is Uripi Kahorongo Kauta, who is a principal agent and a real estate specialist, and adulting is not easy. It really isn't easy. However, now we lighten things up a little bit as we are crossing over to our NBC Zambezi-based chief reporter, Sililo Muviana, who